Time now for another check of your weather forecast on this Saturday. It was such a gloomy day outside, Brittany. I'm sure everyone would love to see some sunshine tomorrow.
Yes, we'll see a little bit, but it's going to be after we see these areas of fog that we're already dealing with. You can actually see this is our Lylesville camera that's behind these current temperatures. So really widespread fog developing across portions there of Anson County already. Temperatures very, very chilly, upper 30s and lower 30s across most of the Piedmont. We're in the upper 20s for most areas across the mountains. Thankfully, the wind's starting to die down, so there's not much of a wind chill factor, but 29 right now in Boone, 29 too in Salisbury and Albemarle. Current visibility already starting to get dense, as I just showed you there in the current picture, but we're only going to get worse before we get better. Here's 5 a.m., which I know is a little early for a Sunday, but there's many folks that start to get up between 5 and 6, especially for those early church services. If you are going to be out on the roadways, please make sure you're using caution. Giving yourself even an extra 5 to 10 minutes means you won't be rushing on a morning like this. In order for a dense fog advisory to be issued, which is what we have now through 10 a.m., you have to have fog less than a quarter mile ahead of you. That is only staying a couple hundred feet in the grand scheme of things. So again, please be mindful of that. Things do wrap up by 10 o'clock with the dense fog advisory, but we'll likely see another round of fog, just not quite as dense heading out the door Monday morning as well. Here's the current setup. We have that storm system that brought us areas of rain on Friday starting to push offshore. We had the wedge really strong this afternoon, but it is starting to break at this time. So we're already starting to see a decrease in cloud cover, but unfortunately with the wet ground that we have and now the clear skies and the calming winds, that is the perfect setup for fog conditions. So again, we looked at the fog chances. That will also result in a few areas of patchy drizzle. So you'll notice as you look at our Futurecast model, as well as the hour-by-hour forecast that I just updated on our WCNC Charlotte mobile app, I did put in a 20% chance of rain to account for these areas of drizzle. Most of that should be clear by lunchtime. And then really the next chance of rain doesn't arrive until early on Monday morning. This will be our next chance for rain across the Charlotte area. Only areas of snow and a mix up in the mountains and even parts maybe of the foothills closer to lunchtime. But just know the moisture itself is not going to be that much. But where it does fall in Charlotte, this isn't a question mark like what we had on Friday when it came to the Charlotte area. This is a straight up cold rain, and it's really not even that much cold rain. Areas of snow, like I mentioned, up in the mountains, and we may get a bit of a mix there toward Greater Caldwell and Burke County. But again, that'll be the exception, not the rule. As quickly as it moves in, it's out of here by Monday afternoon. So this will be a very quick moving chance to see snow up in the mountains. And here's the snow futurecast as we look ahead to Monday. You'll notice 1 to 2 at a maximum, even higher elevation spots closer to the Tennessee border. Looks to not see that much in terms of overall snowfall accumulation, just based on how quick moving the system will be. Friday was a bit of a bust in terms of overall snow up in the mountains. Thankfully, wasn't a bust here locally. We had a cold rain in Charlotte. I do think this will be better than Friday, but maybe not quite as good as last Tuesday. So here's the new now next. The new is the dense fog advisory issued just in the last hour. Right now, of course, we're mostly cloudy, seeing that fog develop, and then that chance for winter weather for the mountains only. That's really our next big weather system to track. So here's the Jerry Hunt Super Center 7-day forecast. Again, tomorrow, a sliver of sunshine, keeping that 20% chance in. Wintry mix north on Monday. We have a really cold start to the day on Tuesday for the next Checkers home game. You can see there 25, another hard freeze potential. After Tuesday morning, we're warming back up. Temperatures will be back in the mid-50s, which is close to average by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.